Hello everyone, it's Kari, and today we're continuing on with our organization in the Craft Studio series. I'm going to be using this stamp set from the Hedgehog Hollow May kit, and today I'm going to use this circle again. And the reason I'm using this is because it's perfect for embossing powders. Here is a look at my drawer of embossing powders before I get it organized, and I have a lot of improvement I think that I can do. So I removed the bin that has my Wow embossing powders and my smaller embossing powders, and I have some glitters in there as well. I had these swatches already made from the Hedgehog Hollow previous boxes. She did a collaboration with Wow embossing powders last year sometime. I'm not sure which box it was. I can look it up and link it if it's still available. I've already had these made, so I have this 1-inch punch that is perfect for the tops of these embossing powders. So I'm going to go ahead and use these swatches. They were just kind of random in the drawer there and just loose. So I'm going to look for the embossing powders that they belong to. I'll punch those all out, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how I'm going to adhere them to the top of the embossing powders. It's really very simple, and I found that when I swatched them all out first and then attached them all at the same time, it saved a lot of time. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. There's the beautiful Hedgehog Hollow Wow collaboration embossing powders. Aren't they beautiful? And that was really fast to do because I already had those ones done. So now for the rest of the swatches, I just cut a 1.5-inch strip. And what I'm going to do is stamp those and go all the way down that strip so that I can stamp a bunch at the same time and emboss them all at the same time. I know you're going to ask, and so I wanted to let you know that this cardstock is just 65-pound cardstock. It is not my good stuff. It is not my Neenah 80-pound Solar White. It is 65-pound regular white cardstock, kind of thinner, which I think it works just fine for this project for the swatches, and it doesn't affect the embossing in any way. I'll just take my VersaMark sticky embossing powder ink and stamp it on the cardstock, and then I'll just put on some embossing powder. And I'm not going to heat set that because I'm going to do like 3 at one time. However, as I went on and kind of got into my groove, I found out that it was so much easier to just use the lighter magnet here. I moved the bar magnet aside because it was a little too strong, and I just wanted to go very quickly through this project. So it's just a matter of stamping, adding some embossing powder, and doing that over and over, and then heat setting multiple at once. As I did go along, I did find that I preferred stamping, adding the embossing powder, and then heat setting that one before going on to some others, because some of the thicker embossing powders I found I needed to heat set from the bottom of the paper so that I didn't lose all those larger granules. Like that black and gold one from the Hedgehog Hollow collaboration, that one for sure needed to be heat embossed from the bottoms of the paper. Anyway, they turned out beautiful. Here's a look at all the Wow embossing powders, how beautiful these are my glitter embossing powders, so pretty. So now I'll just go all at once here and cut them out all in a row. It's pretty quick as you go through. And to add those to the top of each of the bottles, I found using this Create a Sticker, Xyron Create a Sticker, was really quick and easy. I like this size one. I think this is the 5-inch because I could put 2 in at the same time, and you just peel them off. They already have the sticky adhesive on the back side like a sticker, and then you just stick it right on top. I have not had a problem with this at all. You will see later on I use the smaller X version for some things, and I'm going to tell you why I did that in a minute, because there is a method to my madness, and some things I found worked a little better than others. Look how pretty these are turning out. I love them. So this is making me very happy, and as I went through, I did figure out I had some decisions to make, because I have some embossing powders that I absolutely love, but they have the name of the embossing powder on the top of the jar and nowhere else. So for these ones, I went ahead and wrote it on the bottom of the jar so that I could put the sticker on the top. And the reason I didn't put the sticker on the bottom, but rather wanted it on the top of the lid, was so that it would fit in that other side of the drawer. I do use a different shelf that's from Organize More. It's the mini ink cube organizer, and so they only fit facing up. So that's why I did that this way. These embossing powders I got from a craft fair, and they're some of my favorites. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. And here's another trick. If you find some of your embossing powders are clumping up, just take the bottom of a paintbrush and stir it up, and good as new. This project just took me a little bit of an afternoon. It was very quick, and I wanted to show you my drawer. I apologize for the shakiness of this video, but that's because I'm using my phone and I'm not used to filming freehand with my phone like this. So I apologize for that, but here's all my Wow embossing powders. The first two are clear, so I did not swatch those ones. Then I have a couple from Emerald Creek, which I love. That's the sand one and the rust one. And this one is my sticky embossing powder. I didn't swatch that one because it would just be sticky, and I didn't think that was a good idea. Here's those glittery ones I was showing you, the world's greatest embossing powder. These look really great on dark cardstock as well, and I'll link the video here for you to see as well. Here's my recollections. These ones are from Michaels. That's when I first started collecting embossing powders. I got a whole bunch of the recollections, and I kept the ones that I love the most here. Look at this one. This one is called Aged Silver. It is a thicker, chunkier embossing powder. Look at all those thick granules. This one for sure you have to heat emboss from the bottom of the paper, but it turns out so beautiful. And then I have my Ranger, which these are my favorite Ranger ones, Liquid Platinum. I use this one a lot. I really love the look of that one. Of course, the Black Sparkle embossing powder, you've seen me use that one before. Love it. It's got the dark embossing powder with all this sparkly glitter inside. It reminds me of Christmas. I have a Christmas dress like that. And then the watering can, which I used recently in a video. This is a dark gray. It's got kind of some specks of white and black in it. Really pretty. And I only have one Nuvo, which I couldn't really commit to putting on the top because it's got that beautiful diamond on there. So I just stuck it on for now. These are my favorite silver and gold. They are so beautiful. And then I have my white and clear. I use these ones right here the very most. So they're right the closest to me. See, look at this clear embossing powder. I like to stamp with black, VersaFine Onyx Black, and then emboss with clear. That's one of my favorite things to do. So that's why I use those. And I look at all the room I have to grow here. Plenty of room. And I want to show you too that here's the Hedgehog Hollow ones. Look at how cute. That's the black and gold. That's the thicker one. Look how cute her little logo is on those. Very cute. This is the Copper Tone Shift, which is so pretty. It's got just a shift of color to it. And this one's Everything Glitter But Rose, which is one of my favorites. And then the last one is Plum Shift Craft. Now look how beautiful this drawer is. I'm going to close it and then open it again so you can get the oohs and the ahs. I don't know. Does that make you as happy as it makes me? I mean, I know I have plenty of room to grow. I have some more Wow embossing powders on the way, actually. I have a lighter purple that's coming and I'm super excited for it. Real quick, I wanted to show you a couple ways to swatch out your glitters if you need to do that. The first way is this, using the sticky embossing powder from Ranger. You just stamp it on, put some sticky embossing powder, heat it just so that it's slightly sticky, and then add your glitter. But let me show you my very favorite way for swatching glitter, and it's not using the sticky embossing powder. It's a little bit of a shortcut using some double-sided adhesive. I have this really large roll of double-sided adhesive here, and I'm going to put it on the cardstock, cut it down, and then we're going to use it for the glitter. All you have to do is just peel back a small portion of that adhesive sheet on the top and sprinkle your glitter on. Make sure you get it nice and covered. Then you can burnish it using that transfer adhesive sheet, or I like to burnish with my finger or this Teflon bone folder, and then make sure the glitter gets well into the adhesive sheet here. Ready to move on to the next color of glitter. Just peel back a little bit more and pour that glitter on as well. Burnish it in, and then you're ready to cut it out with the 1-inch punch. This glitter is loose glitter, and I didn't put anything over the top of it. I did not want to use my same creative sticker maker. I wanted to use the smaller X one, and the reason is when you put it inside this one, it envelops it in between the two layers of the sticker maker here, and then you press down on that top layer, and that's how it gets the sticker adhesive on the back. This way you don't get glitter all in your machine. So there's the reason why I use that one, especially for glitter when you're swatching the glitter out. Beautiful. So when I was swatching the inks and the embossing powders, I got an idea for making a card. And of course, while we're organizing, we turn to making cards too, because that's what happens when I organize. I get distracted. I want to make things. So today I have a really simple card to show you using these that came in the May kit as well. These are chipboard pieces, and I'm going to use the stars. I want to match my embossing powders to my inks that I'm going to be using. So I take my ink swatch book that I did last week, and I match those colors right up with the inks. And it's so simple to do this way. Very, very easy. Now this green one is called Lime Ricky, and it is inspired by Catherine Pooler, so of course it matches the Lime Ricky ink really well. That's the one I'm going to use to go with that embossing powder. And then this one is Something Borrowed, so that's going to match that ink really well. And the last purple one was really tricky. This one I didn't have a Distress Oxide that matched. I went to my purple inks and I found that the grape jelly from Memento was going to work well with that purple one. So those are the colors I chose. Now, in order to get the embossing powder on there, these are tiny little chipboard pieces, and I definitely did not want to burn my hands, burn my fingers. So this Nuvo glue pen works really well, because what you do is you put it on a little bit on half of the back side of the stars, and then let it dry. When you let it dry, it remains sort of sticky. So you can add a little piece of cardstock. This is just an extra piece of the cardstock I had from making the swatches. And you add a little piece of that cardstock, and that becomes your holder, so you don't have to burn your fingers, and you don't have to hold it with tweezers and get a little tweezer mark in your embossing. So all I'll do is put that into the VersaMark and sprinkle on some embossing powder, and then heat set that with my heat tool. I usually add a couple of different layers, because while this is still hot, you can just pour another layer right on top, and it builds up on the color, so you have a bright, vibrant, beautiful, sparkly, embossed star. I did that with the red. As you can see, I changed my red to Party Dress. I thought I might as well just use all these Catherine Pooler inks. And so I'm just going to go ahead and really quickly create these embossed stars with all the rest of the colors here, just by adding more and more layers. And this was going pretty quickly, and everything was just beautiful until I accidentally blew that blue embossing powder all over, look at that, all over my workstation here. Now these things happen, so I ended up just putting back the rest into the jar and then moving everything aside, taking that surface sweep. By the way, that surface sweep, my goodness, it has saved me a number of times, because these things will happen, right? I just swept it right off and was able to clean up my station very, very quickly. Now that I've done all the colors, I am able to use inks now for making the card. And there's two different sizes of stars in the stamp set, and I decided to use the large star for this card. Now these all come together in one set. I think that was a manufacturer error, but they're very, very simple to cut out. You just cut close to the stamp, and there you have it. Very simple. That just didn't take, less than 10 seconds, right? Not a big deal. And I'm going to start with the purple ink here. I'm putting it on one of my very favorite acrylic blocks, and I'm going to clean off this stamp, get it ready, kind of prep it, because I haven't used this one before. I do that by using the VersaMark ink and then wipe it off, and then it stamps perfectly. I start with the purple, and I do first generation and second generation stamping here. And then I'll move on. I'm sure to clean off the stamp in between each color. And here I do first and second generation again. And I wanted to add another second generation, so I just stamp off on my sheet over there, my scrap paper, then stamp a second generation there. And I'll move on to all of the colors. So I've got the Lime Ricky, we'll do a couple of those, and then we'll move on to Tiara and the red as well. To finish off this card, I'll just take those chipboard pieces that we embossed, peel them right off. They come off so easily because we did allow that glue to dry before putting those strips of paper on, and just put those on where I think they're going to go. To pick out a sentiment, I looked through some of my sentiment strips that I already had, and this set from scrapbook.com is called Best Day Ever, Wordfetti Best Day Ever, I believe. I stamp out a whole bunch of these and cut them out into strips so that I have them whenever I need a quick sentiment. This one says, "Hello, beautiful." And now I'm going to take these sticky squares. They're kind of like glue dots, only they're squares. And I'll put those behind each of the stars to adhere them very quickly and easily to the card. Look how quick this card is coming together, and it's so fun with all the colors. They match, some are lighter, some are darker. Such an easy, beautiful card and simple to make. I'll adhere the sentiment strip with the thin foam adhesive strips that I love so much and just add that to the card. Then I'll attach it to a top folding card base, and there is our finished card. It was so simple and yet so beautiful and striking with all of those beautiful colors. Try this with some embossing powders that you have and inks, because now you're getting organized, right? You have the tools that you need to figure this out. So again, a look at the before of my drawer, and here's the after. It's so much happier, and I think I'm going to end up using more embossing powders that I didn't use before because I can easily see them. I don't have to pull everything out just to see what I have in here. So much fun, and this is the card for today. I hope you enjoyed these projects today. I hope you're getting organized as well. If you've already organized your embossing powders, I'd love to hear all about it. Leave me a comment below and let me know what your favorite thing to organize in the craft room is. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for all the thumbs up, comments, likes, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'll be back real soon with more inspiration. See you then. Bye-bye.